Ladies, I'm here on the show. Here to talk about Kentucky getting blown out at home against a terrible South Carolina team. This South Carolina team isn't that good. Kentucky's just worse. This team is trash. I don't know why I get my hopes up every year for this team, hoping something will change. But remember when we used to have a good offensive line? Yeah, that things have changed. Offensive line's trash. Rant I don't know how to judge him because the offensive line sucked. Hardly gave him time to throw. And the one time he did, he threw a pick six in the fourth quarter. I don't know. I don't know why I get my hopes up with this team because they disappoint every year. We're right back to square one. It feels like. Back in 2012 when the stadium was empty, gets Vandy, feels like freaking 2012 over again. Fans were freaking leaving in the fourth quarter, and it looks like just a dump. Freaking Kentucky took a fucking dump on the 50-yard line. And Mark Stoops, just pathetic. He asked the fans to pony up, basically get to the stadium. After losing to UGA 51-13, Kentucky football has a 3-6 record. That includes a loss to South Carolina by 25 points, Clemson by 3, South Carolina by 3 in a 3-turnover margin. Alabama, they lost 49-21, Tennessee 33-27, lost Mizzou 38-21. They're up 14-0 first quarter in that game. Most of these games looked competitive. Most of these games, besides the Alabama game and just this one, we look absolutely lost on offense all game. Besides running the ball, they couldn't do shit. They couldn't throw. Because the offensive line was terrible. I wish he did go to Texas A&M. And don't forget about his move to Texas A&M until their fan base revolted around because they knew he sucked. Wish he was gone. This team sucks. We're going to be the worst team in the ACC. Sure be lucky to win 4 or 5 games. Get Stoops out of here. It's time to go. It's run its course. 6-7 games, cool. I expect better results on the field. I'm tired of just sneaking in to make a bowl game. Tired of this shit. Want to be an actual good team. Same shit over and over with Kentucky football. Oh, it's gonna get worse next week when we play Georgia. Oh, I can't wait to recap that game. It's gonna be such a freaking. This is gonna be such a long season, man. It leaves South Carolina just in embarrassing fashion. This South Carolina team is not that good. They struggle against Old Dominion. We're just worse than them. Losing South Carolina in embarrassing fashion, with a likely blowout fashion of Georgia next week, it's going to be hard to keep fans engaged this season and get to the fucking stadium. I've already seen multiple fans say we have basketball season coming. That's always the thing with Kentucky. And I'm sick of it, Mark Stoops. I'm sick of it, Mitch Barnhart. Sick of it, players. Sick of it. I'm looking forward to the Pope era. College game day barely even fucking come here. It'll be a waste of time. It's like with John Calipari. He stayed too long. And it's going to be the same thing with Mark Stoops. John Calipari had a lot of success in Kentucky, but failed to mediocrity at the end. He admitted this summer he stayed too long. Mark Stoops has done things that many did not think were possible in 12 seasons in Kentucky. But there's been real regression. I think it's time. Oh, who are you going to hire? Try to get Summerall from, I forgot who he coaches for, but yeah, that's a name I've seen. I don't know. Well, I shouldn't even say Mark Stoops has done things we think were possible, but they beat the fucking SEC teams with losing records. He has one decent win, 12 years, and that was against Penn State in a bowl game. Everything else he's done is mediocre. We've hit the ceiling. He's just awful. And there were plenty of pony up comments yelling at him as he walked out the field. They should. Epic fail from you, Mark Stoops. Epic fail. Well deserved. His team is never ready to play in a big game. Never ready. I think it's safe to say college game day ain't coming here next week. I hope. Possibly ever again. One of the most disappointing performances in the Mark Stoops era. This is a bad day for the Kentucky program. One of the worst programs is about to beat you for a third straight year. Twice on your home field. You can't blame quarterback injuries anymore. Hard to see how you have much hope for the offense after this. Pathetic. Just a horrible day. You have your work cut out for you, Mark Stoops. I don't know. Losing at home 31-6 to South Carolina doesn't translate well rest of the season. You probably lose Barryon Brown, Deion Walker, both starting tackles, and you get a lot of questions after this season. He needs to be fired. It's time. He never has a team ready. Pathetic. His offense is broken already. And when's basketball season? It's in the what? November? Thank God. I was like in the first half, I was thinking the offense can't play any worse, right? In the second half, they were worse. It's just like the same Kentucky last year. Defense gives up huge plays, penalties. Even when they made a good play, they'd get a penalty. And the offense can't get big plays without a penalty. Team just look unprepared and undisciplined. You had to win this to take a step forward and completely shit the bed and took a step backwards. Oh, and also, where was Barryon Brown? Where was he at? Did he play today? Oh yeah, I don't even know if he played out there today. And so freaking embarrassing. You even had Mark Pope there. And you freaking embarrassed your team in front of him. This is pathetic. This Kentucky football team is pathetic. Fuck Mark Stoops. Fuck this team. Get rid of Stoops. This is the worst loss. One of the worst losses in Kentucky history. That's just my opinion. And it's just embarrassing. The student section was empty. It's just pathetic. It's the beginning of the end for Kentucky football. It's gonna be so hard to freaking recruit players, get good recruits when you're putting out performances like this as well. Just pathetic, man. Like, I'll read the stats in a second. I didn't write them down. I'll write them down after I upload this. But during the Stoops era, the South Carolina games have symbolized the program as a whole. His first big home win and road win was against them. During the rise, Cats owned them, winning 7 of 8. Now you have to wonder if South Carolina games are similarly the opposite, where South Carolina is owning us. Just an embarrassing performance overall. Stoop asked for fans and boosters to pony up, and they did, and this is the return we get. The O-line was bullied to the point that the local school board will have to establish new bullying policies, probably. I've seen some terrible games by Kentucky, because I've watched them for a while. But this is next level bad. I actually had expectations for this team. I don't know why. It's going to be a long year. They've been exposed. It's like Calipari. The swagger isn't being matched by the performance. It was like the Joker Phillips era offense. And this is probably maybe miss Rich Scangarello. Gavin Westmack come in. I don't know. I'm just embarrassed. The lack of preparation, they got their ass kicked. Not much of a difference between he and Stoops in terms of offensive output. It's just Mark Stoops football. Maybe you can go get the coach from Tulane that I was mentioning. Yeah, he's from Tulane. This is a 3-4 win season. And South Carolina only rush like 3 guys, and they get to the quarterback. It's time. Let him go. It's pathetic. The offensive line is just brutal. They could have recovered some fumbles, gave them good field position. They didn't get that. And just poor time management as well. Good thing Kentucky, before they went to half, they got an interception. I mean, after this, I'm not sure. I mean, maybe after the half, getting to half, I don't know if that was the right decision, but they got a field goal. But they went to halftime with 2 timeouts. They wasted all the time for themselves over a field goal. Oh, there was 19 seconds. Yeah, they took their sweet ass time. Defense kept us in the game for as long as they could, then they probably got tired. Just the offensive line was terrible. Management and play calling on the last drive was abysmal. I don't know, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just frustrated because I care. I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't be mad if I didn't care about this team. We're looking at 3-4 win season. It's unacceptable. I mean, easily the worst UK performance of my lifetime, given the talent they have. Once again, trash at football. I don't know who was selling the Kool-Aid for this Kentucky team. I hope they made off like a bandit. But just brutal. And the last thing I'll say is the enthusiasm I have for Mark Saban is just slowly disappearing. Y'all know, I try to remain optimistic, but this is beyond poor. I'm saying I even have more optimism in my Dallas Cowboys, which is saying something. But this is beyond poor. It might be crazy for saying that, but I don't care. It's a shit show, and wonder why college football analysts, they aren't sold on Kentucky football, and this performance showed why. They can't just... And with Calipari going, Stoops can't use that as an excuse anymore. He can't use anything. It's just pitiful, and this is what I mean. He never should have been there able to use in the first place. He can't now. I was excited for him to leave last year. He can leave right now as far as I'm concerned. Just leave him, have him go somewhere else. But yeah, there's my, I guess, rant. I didn't yell and scream, but it's still kind of a rant. But yeah, 31-6 was your final score. We'll go over the stats here. South Carolina scored 7 points in the first quarter, 3 in the second, 14 in the third, and 7 in the fourth. Kentucky got all 6 of their points in the second quarter and 2 field goals. South Carolina plays 2-0. Kentucky drops to 1-1. Lenore Sailors 11-15, 159 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Robbie Ashford come in for a little bit after North Sailors went out for a little bit. 1 for 1, 7 yards passing, 6 runs, 26 yards. Raheem Sanders, 13 runs, 54 yards, 4.2 yards per carry, and a touchdown. He started off slow, but he got going second half. Mazeo Bennett, 3 catches, 63 yards, and a touchdown. Jared Brown, 4 catches, 50 yards. Michael Smith, 3 catches, 44 yards. And Josh Simon, 2 catches, 9 yards, and a touchdown. Brock Vandergrift, 3 for 10, 30 yards. No touchdowns, 1 interception. Gavin Westmount, backup quarterback, come in the game. 3 of 7, 14 yards, no touchdowns, 1 interception. They combined 6 for 17 for what? 44 yards and 2 interceptions, no touchdowns. Brock Vandergrift is trash. I mean, he looked like a freshman out there. I mean, it didn't help that our offensive line wasn't doing any favors. But I don't know if he's going to be any good. But I don't know if I can judge him because the offensive line didn't even give him a damn time to throw. Demi Sumo Karongbe. He looked good. 17 runs, 70 yards, 4.1 yards per carry. He looked good, I thought. The only highlight, Jason Patterson, 10 runs, 45 yards. Gavin Westmount come in, 6 runs, 44 yards. At least he was actually able to run the ball in the fourth quarter, or at least when he come in. Jordan Macklin, 1 run, 12 yards. Anthony Brown-Stevens, 1 run, 8 yards. Receiving, Dane Key, 2 catches, 36 yards. Fred Ferrier, 2 catches, 3 yards. Sumo, 1 catch, 3 yards. And Macklin, 1 catch, 2 yards. And the kicker got all 6 for points. Freaking player of the game. Maybe him and the punter. But yeah, just pathetic game overall from Kentucky. So I don't know why I get my hopes up. Just penalties, turnovers, just everything was terrible today. They're going to be lucky to fill that stadium next week against Georgia. No, I'm not looking forward to recapping that game, but yeah, that's really all I'll say here, ladies and gentlemen. South Carolina's defense just suffocated us. Yeah, so really all I'll say for this video. So leave a like, comment, subscribe for more. Just next time, out a lot. Peace. Fuck Mark Stoops, fire Mark Stoops, off the line, Sluts, Brock Vandergrift's trash.